Hi, this is Lauren from LSP Actions and welcome to the Sleek Workflow. You can go ahead and load the Sleek Workflow by double clicking after download and it will appear here in your action panel. If you can't see the action panel, come up here to Window, click on Actions and it will appear. You can see right now this is in grey kind of editing mode, so you can click on any of these actions here with the little play button and hit play down here to play them out. I prefer to work in button mode. Simply come up here to these little lines on the right, hit button mode, and you will see your actions now appear in one-click workflow colour coordinated order. If they look a little bit messy all over the place, simply pull this into a nice neat column. So let's get started. This all-in-one workflow action set is small, but it's mighty. It's designed for a super fast and consistent edit that you can use across all of your images. It's always good to crop and flatten your image before starting, as I have here. I have flat background lock layer, which is always good to avoid any kind of confusion while you're editing. So let's go. You can read the instructions here as a quick recap if you like, simply by clicking. Now let's play the Sleek Workflow. I'm just going to click here to play it out. And you can watch as it sets up a powerful group of 20 essential balancing layers above your main image. These include toning, white balance, skin softness, details, colouring, finishing, as well as some artistic enhancements up here. This is all in a group. You can close the group, turn it on or off. You'll already see the image has been enhanced to some degree. So let's open up the group and have a look. You will notice that some of these layers have black masks, these are the boxes here, and some have white masks. All the actions have very to the point names so that you don't have to figure out what they do. This set is designed for a super fast edit and I don't want anything to stand in your way. So these white layers here mean you can click the layer and slide the opacity up. For example, let's go for contrast hit. If you want to increase the contrast, you can simply click on it and slide this up. If you want to decrease, you can slide it down back to 0. So I'm going to scroll down to the bottom here and I'm going to get started right at the bottom and work my way up. So here we have the white balance layer. Again, this is a white layer mask, so you can slide this to balance out your image. So I'm going to slide that up to probably about here. Because these layers are non-destructive, I can always come back and tweak as the edit goes on, right until I'm happy. You'll see these black layers here for the softened skin, sharpen areas, a sharp pop, brighten the eyes, lighten, darken, go away reds, yellows and purples. The black layer mask is essentially hidden from view, kind of like a lotto scratch card. So you need to go ahead and paint straight onto those layers to reveal the effect precisely where you want it. You'll notice that a white brush has already been selected for you when this action played out. I like to make sure this is set to normal mode on 100% opacity and 25% flow. That's how I work for all actions. Okay, so let's zoom in a little bit here and grab a brush. You don't have to start with a skin edit. I normally tend to balance the image out, but I'm just working from the bottom up. So you can see this is softening the skin down beautifully. Sharpen any areas, for example the eyes, the lips, the hairline, any way you want to kind of really pop out. And now we have a sharp pop. This is for the eyelashes, brows, any way you really want to stand out. For example, I'm going to pop that over the eyes and brighten the eyes up. So I'm just going to hold down, making sure I'm on this black layer mask here and paint there over the eyes. If you paint a little bit too much, you can simply switch to black and paint it back off again. I always like to hack and paint the highlights in a little bit with that bright eye one. Lighten, I'm going to use this on the face to draw attention, so I'm just increasing my brush size. Paint that over the face there. Let me zoom out a little bit. Darken, I may darken just along the bottom here. Go away reds, perhaps a little bit of reds in the skin there that we don't need. Up here around the hairline. Go away yellow, I don't really need to take too many yellows out here. Go away purple. Perhaps there's a little bit of purple showing on my screen. I'm not sure if you can see that. Now we're back here onto the white layer mask, which, as you remember, these are sliding the opacity layers. So you can warm it up here. You notice the image warming and cooling as I slide that. cool, I don't need to do that. Depth balance, this will add a real pop to your image, as and when you want it. You can also come in and paint on these layers too. So you can use a black brush to remove this from anywhere. Bold tones does exactly what it says on the skin, on the tin. So I'm just going to lift that up a little bit. You can matte your image if you want to, which creates a matte effect. For this one I don't want to. Darken the image, I don't need to darken. Brighten, I don't need to do that. Natural vignette, this will darken around the edges of your image, so I'm going to bring that up a little bit and grab a black brush just to remove this a little bit from this area here. And a grain texture, you can add a grain texture if you want to. So let's see before and after. So as you can see, that has really popped this image out. It's a great place to start. As a standalone edit, you can use this as a pre-edit for kind of soft proofing for your clients, as a super quick edit to mix with your other actions. You can use this with hand editing. You can batch this across multiple images by going File, Automate and Batch, and you can run this across all open images, which will automatically set it up for you, or you can edit one at a time like I just have. It really is such a versatile action. It's suitable for all levels from beginners to pros. You simply play and paint on. You also have a few little extras here. You can add some more contrast. You can sharpen this for print. So for example, if I play that, I can slide this up or down and you'll see that sharpness really popping out. You can take a snapshot in your history and you can flatten. You can also use the Facebook frame resize, which I'll click now. This will create a whole new image for you. Here it is, untitled. Just to make sure that you don't save over your original image, you can place your watermark on and save for Facebook. And that is the LSP Sleek Workflow Action Collection, and that is available at www.lsp-actions.com.